Microsoft just announced the Surface Laptop Studio 2 at their event last week, and this is the most powerful Surface ever made. In addition to having the beautiful design with its foldable display, this year they're incorporating the i7-13700H Intel processor along with up to a 4060 GPU from NVIDIA. And you can configure it with up to 64 gigabytes of RAM and an internal 2TB SSD, making this effectively the most powerful Surface ever made. Microsoft even showed a demo where the Surface Laptop Studio 2 went head-to-head against an M2 Max MacBook and rendered a scene in half the time. This will be available for order on October 3rd, but let me know, what do you think about the new Surface Laptop Studio 2? Would you get one? How do you get everything done and stay organized as a creator? I'd love to tell you that I have some super secret top hack method to maximize productivity, but I don't. But what I do have is one simple system that I follow that works for me, that helps me get everything done that I need to get done every day. Every morning, I start off with a digital to-do list. This is a list of everything that I can think of that needs to get done in the immediate future. But it would be unrealistic to think that I'm gonna be able to get all of that done every day. So then I boil it down into what I consider my core 3 task list. These are the 3 tasks that have to get done today that move the needle forward. They are non-negotiable. And I like to write that down in a physical form on a piece of paper. It keeps it clean, organized, and gives me something to check off, which gives me a little bit more satisfaction throughout my day. As long as that core 3 task list is done, that day was a success, even if my entire to-do list didn't get finished. If you're struggling with productivity and getting things done, consider implementing something like this into your routine. But just remember, you have to figure out what works for you. There is no one-size-fits-all solution.
What if artificial intelligence could smell? Just like humans do. Researchers asked 14 volunteers to sniff 400 vials of unlabeled liquid. Those results were compared to a graph neural network that could name smells like fruity, alcoholic, chocolate, fishy, floral, sour. This is a principal odor map generated by AI, and it can detect relationships between smells and predict new odors. It maps the chemical structure of odors to how they're perceived when sniffed, and it could help us understand how smell works. The AI was so good, it compiled a list of 500,000 hypothetical odors and guessed how they would smell. All of this is a big deal for science because we don't have a map for sense of smell like we do for sight. For example, this map demonstrates the links between wavelengths in the visual spectrum and has been around for nearly 100 years. It helped us understand human vision. Having a similar map for smell could lead to new scents for foods and other similar products, and help researchers finally understand the science of smell, which is why they're asking the question.
Parallel universes, do they exist?
All our current understanding of how this universe got here tells us there are plenty of other universes, and that's the multiverse idea. And parallel universe sounds a little more cool than just other universes in a multiverse, but sure, and there's likely an infinite number of them. Hence the possibility that I'm interviewing you on my show from London, and you're here in the, all combinations of all atoms and molecules and thoughts and neurosynaptic firings would exist in the infinite universes that are out there.
You've actually suggested, I think you suggested in the book, didn't you? You suggested that there could be a parallel universe where dreams are reality and reality is a dream.
Yeah, or where stars are gazing down at you rather than you gazing up at the stars. There's a lot of variations in this, and some of these universes would have slightly different laws of physics, so you don't want to visit them without full understanding of the consequences of that. You don't want to collapse into a pile of goo because the molecular forces that previously held your body together in this universe don't work in the other universe. That would be a dangerous freeways to take.
The new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 5 is a big jump when it comes to this form factor. The biggest change is to the cover screen. It's so much bigger with useful widgets that give you all the information that you need, but it comes in 4 amazing standard colors, and the first is a very clean cream colorway, which I think a lot of people will love. You can't go wrong with that. And then you have the classic graphite, which looks more black, and all of these are glossy, by the way, but this color looks the most reflective. And next up is a lot of people's favorite, the lavender. I feel like this has been the iconic color for the Flip for a few years now, and it looks really great. And I saved the best for last, the mint. This is really stunning in person and the best color in my opinion. So let me know which one of these colors that you would get. And I love that the hinge and the side rails all match in color, so you can't go wrong with any of these.
Have you ever heard of a circular city? I spent some time in Amsterdam shooting a story about their efforts to become fully circular by 2050. Here are 3 key ways that Amsterdam is making that happen. Construction. This building's exterior is made with reused wood prospected from the canals of the Netherlands.
Do you have any empty space?
No, we're full.
Food. Last year, Amsterdammers discarded 80 million kilograms of organic waste. One nonprofit collects expired grocery store food that's still safe to eat and provides it to local communities. Consumer goods. Amsterdam is embracing a repair, reuse, recycle mentality, especially when it comes to clothing. Take this denim place, for instance. I even brought my favorite pair of jeans with a massive hole in the crotch to be repaired.
I'll be back in a couple years to probably get them repaired again.
These systems may seem novel now, but maybe in time they could be scalable in a way that could transform life for Amsterdammers across their city.
Is the universe infinite? And if not, what's on the other side of it?
The observable universe has a boundary. It's not a physical boundary, it's a consequence of how fast light travels and how old the universe is. So that sets a horizon. A ship at sea, there's a horizon. Is the ship captain saying, is this all there is? Or does the ocean go on? And they know from their experience the ocean continues. We're pretty sure the universe goes well beyond our horizon. We don't know how far, and it's possibly infinite. And if it is infinite, then it wouldn't make sense to talk about an edge.
No, then the second question becomes superfluous. Is time travel possible?
We can definitely travel into the future by moving faster relative to everybody else. And then you'll come back less aged than those you left here on Earth. The tricky part comes if you want to go into the past. And that's really dangerous. It is so dangerous that Hawking was thinking to himself that there must be some law of physics we have yet to discover that prevents it. Physically, it's called a time travel protection conjecture, all right? Because if you go back and prevent your parents from meeting each other, then you will never be born to go back in time to prevent your parents from meeting each other.